Tip number 329 from the book 501 Contractor Tips. Another boring tip, obviously, fire extinguishers. And again, boring, useless until you need one, you know. If you are doing anything with a flame, anything that could ignite something, then a fire extinguisher is going to be a must-have. If your liability company, insurance company, workers' comp, anybody says you've got to have a fire extinguisher on your job and you tell them that you do but you don't, and something happens, this could be painful for you financially. Fire extinguishers, this isn't like you're spending $5,000, you know. This is a few dollars, you know what, $50 maybe, you can get a good fire extinguisher, or 10 fire extinguishers. I don't know what the prices of them are, but having them around if you're working with something. Again, I think of a plumber who doesn't have a fire extinguisher. When I used to do plumbing, I used to have water with me. I didn't have a fire extinguisher, but I had a bucket of water I could throw on something. And I was cautious when I was soldering. So if I got to a point where I was soldering, something was a little, I would turn everything off, put the fire out, see if I could block it off somehow with some wood or metal, something to where I could continue working. And a lot of times it's thinking ahead. People who do the plumbing, you know, for a living, they actually will do it to where they're going to be soldering away from some of the wood. This is a thought when they're planning out their process, you know. Anything to do with flammable materials, you know, a spark from an electric power tool could create a problem, you know. And again, a lot of this stuff is, I would like to say it's no-brainer stuff, but it still goes back to that fact I've stated, and this is the last video tip in this chapter on construction safety. But it really is. We've got to do, it's our responsibilities to keep ourselves safe from harm and in others. And these flammable materials have got to be stored in safe places. They've got to be handled cautiously. You know, you're not going to be, I mean, I'm not kidding you. I have seen just too many things. You know, some guy soldering, you know, with a torch right next to a gasoline can, or in a room where there is a gasoline can with vapors coming out. I cannot tell you how many things I've seen in the construction industry. It's just like, whoa, what were they thinking about? Very few accidents from this stuff that I'm saying, whoa, what were they thinking about? But how many possible accidents in the future are there going to be if we don't change the way we think about safety and make it a priority?